forest, time always flows quietly, and the 4 seasons are like songs. Little deer Banban is the most lively little animal in the forest. It likes to run in the green trees, listen to the birds singing, and feel the breeze blowing across its ears. However, time in the forest has become strange recently. The morning sun has just fallen, and it won't be long before the night stars are hanging in the sky. The autumn red leaves have just fallen, and the winter snowflakes are impatient to fall. Is time sick? Banban asked his friend, the old cat. The old cat is the wisest animal in the forest, but this time it also shook its head and sighed. The time clock is missing. It is the magic clock that controls the 4 seasons and day and night in our forest. If the time clock cannot be found, the forest will be in chaos forever. Hearing this, the little deer Banban decided to embark on a journey to find the time clock. The old cat gave Banban an ancient clue. Legend has it that the time clock is connected to the Lake of Wind. Only by finding the windstone in the center of the lake can the secret door to the time clock be opened. So Banban took a red maple leaf as a talisman and ran to the distant Lake of Wind. On the way, he met his first helper, the hardworking little mole. Banban, are you going to the Lake of Wind? The little mole poked his head out of the soil. There is a puzzle stone door by the lake. You need to solve it. Puzzle? Banban asked confusedly. Yes, there will be 3 clock patterns on the stone door. You must adjust them so that their time is unified to 1 hour. In this way, the stone door will open. The little mole used his claws to draw a simple clock on the soil and taught Banban how to read the time. Although it was a bit difficult at the beginning, Banban quickly learned how to read the clock and understood how to adjust the time. Thank you, little mole. Banban said goodbye to it and continued to move forward. After several days of trekking, Banban finally arrived at the Lake of Wind. The lake was as green as a mirror, with a glimmering stone floating in the center. But there was a huge stone gate standing by the lake, and there were indeed 3 clock patterns engraved on it. Banban took a deep breath and recalled the method taught by the little mole. It used its hoof to move the hands of the clock and patiently adjusted the 3 clocks to the same time. When the hands of the last clock fell to the correct position, the stone gate slowly opened and a warm light poured out from behind the door. On the other side of the door was a mysterious starlight path that extended deep into the forest. Banban stepped onto the path without hesitation and ran towards the direction of the time clock. At the end of the starlight path was an open space with a huge clock tower standing in the center. The clock tower exuded an ancient atmosphere, but its hands were motionless. Banban's heart was filled with awe. He slowly approached the clock tower and suddenly heard a low voice. Who broke into the realm of the time clock? A huge shadow came out from behind the clock tower. It was a majestic gray wolf, the guardian of the time clock. I'm here to retrieve the time clock, Banban said bravely. The forest needs it. The gray wolf looked at the deer and said after a moment, the time clock will only work again in front of people who truly understand the meaning of time. Tell me, dear, what do you think time is? Banban pondered for a while and said, time is something that makes everything in order. It makes the morning sunshine followed by warm days, and the autumn leaves fall, followed by quiet winter. Without time, the forest will become chaotic and lose its rhythm. The gray wolf nodded. Not bad. You understand the meaning of time, but to repair the time clock, you need to do one last thing. Give it your amulet. Banban was stunned for a moment and looked down at the red maple leaf. It relied on this maple leaf to encourage itself along the way, but it knew that only by paying precious things could the time clock reset. restart. Ban gently placed the maple leaf in the center of the time clock, and suddenly, a dazzling light burst out from the clock tower. The hands of the clock began to turn slowly, and the chaotic time flow in the forest finally returned to normal. The time clock started running again, and the gray wolf smiled. "Little dear, your courage and wisdom have restored the balance of the forest. From now on, you will be one of the guardians of the forest." Ban set out on the road home with joy in his heart. Along the way, the singing of birds and the rustling of leaves seemed to thank it for its efforts. Back in the forest, the old cat looked at Ban with relief. "You have completed a great task, Ban. From today on, time will always remember your name." From then on, the time of the forest ran smoothly again, and the story of Ban the little deer became the most popular legend in the forest